everyone, welcome back to Hazy Talk. Today I thought I would share some of my favorite portfolios with you. I've been saving some of these for a long time and I love them. I think they're really cool and they're really dope and they inspire me a whole lot, and so I just wanted to share them with you. We're going to do a little bit of a screen recording. You're going to see a little bit of me, and then we're just going to have some fun looking at some really great graphic design portfolios. I'll see you on the screen. Alright friends, so favorite graphic design portfolios. If you're a graphic designer, you know that portfolios can be a little scary and intimidating. If you've ever put on a portfolio, you know it can be a lot of work. I should probably do a separate YouTube video and show you my first portfolio ever that I did in art school. But there's a lot of feelings and it can feel very overwhelming and intimidating. And it's just part of something that we do. I think the reason it feels that way is because it's our work, and it's a reflection of who we are as a creative. And so personally, in my journey, I've done my best to just be proud of the work that I do. And I'm sure I'm going to do better work 10 years from now, but I'm not there yet. And so the best I am is right now. And so I just got to be proud of it. So some of the portfolios I'm going to show you, some of them are agencies, some of them are like business owners, independent graphic designers, and they're just some of the work that inspires me. And I'm going to walk you through also the website design of them and how that design inspires me as well. And maybe I'll go through some of like even my saving system, how I kind of store this stuff over time and I reference it, and I maybe we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll show you some of the things that I use in my own portfolio that I've learned from some of these guys. Okay, so let's get with it. All right, computer screen, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start with a strong one, okay? This is one of my favorite. I think I may have found them a year or two ago. I found them through Pinterest. Shout out to Pinterest. And I'm kind of obsessed, not just with the work, but the presentation of the work. I think half of the battle is the work. The other half is like the presentation of the work. Sometimes I put on my portfolio, and sometimes I don't even put on all the work that I do on there because it's so much work just putting it together and presenting it in a way that does the work justice. So these guys, when they take time to do that, I just really value it. So let's start with verify Loom. Oh, Loom, you're taking over my computer. Okay. All right. This is Porto Rocha. I pronounced it in Spanish. Porto Rocha. They are in New York, and I absolutely love their website. I actually asked ChatGPT where the website was built, and it gave me the answer. I forgot the name of it, but it was a platform that I wasn't familiar with. So sometimes I'll even be like, hey, ChatGPT, where was this ran through? Or like, where was this built? And it'll tell me, and I learned something new. So that's kind of cool. So let's start here at the very top. So they've got a toggle system where you can do dark mode or light mode. And I think that's pretty cool because that's a development feature that somebody thought of. And we're like, okay, let's code that into the website. So I thought that's cool. I love this little counter thing. I'm always kind of into stuff like this. I don't know why. I like data and things like that, so I think it's cool. They've got like a really simple about us, but before I even get into the breakdown of their menu, just the overall presentation, like the layout of just this window right here and the clever use of space, how they get all this information in front of you, but then they, in really great visual form, show you their scope and their skill set. So they've got like an about us. Quickly they tell you who they are, and then they've got projects here, and these are literally all of their projects, and it's kind of like an app, which it's super dope. I love it. You can even click up here and show all of the projects if you want to see more of a grid portfolio, traditional portfolio view. They give you that option, but I kind of like the website still. So let me just show you here. They'll show you more. This is pretty cool. I love just the layout of all this stuff. This website actually inspired some of our design for VuCon. the website. I think it was like last year or something like that. I just loved it. It was dope. Okay, so the portfolio, they do such a good job with like really big imagery. And something that I've studied them for is even their incorporation of video into the portfolio. They use Vimeo, so I'll do stuff like I'll inspect, you know, I'm this girl, you know, and then I'm like, see, and I see the code here, play your Vimeo. Vimeo's dope. I know a lot of like my videographer friends, they prefer Vimeo. And you can actually embed Vimeo into a website and not have any other players and things like that. You just have to pay for it. It's like a pro account. I'm not gonna pay for it, so I just use YouTube. But they've got really great like speed and quality of video on their website. This is another video showing you the responsiveness of their logo, which is really great. It's a really great way to showcase graphic design as well. And here's another video, all of it. And to be honest, the project was done for a video company. So the fact that they're presenting all of the graphic design work that they did through video is actually pretty incredible. And I just love it. Like, this stuff is captivating, and it inspires me. You know, like I'll look at something like this and, you know, I may incorporate it into one of our projects at VU, or I'm just looking at it and I'm paying attention to how it makes me feel. And I'll just take notes, and I don't even write it down. I just take mental notes over time. And I use them when I need them, you know? So I'm grateful for people that actually showcase their portfolio. Now pay attention, look at this, to the scroll arrow here, or the bar. Look how long this one project view is. I went too fast there for the load speed. It's incredible. It's like incredible. Look at the color application. This is fantastic. Like the gray with the black. I love this like unusual use of orange. It's like a neon, but it's not too bright. Same with the green. Incredible. Just absolutely beautiful. Let me see where this thing takes us. Now I'm curious. Can I scroll down all the way? All right. They're just showing you all of their application, their deliverable. Cool. And then they give credits, which is dope. And down here they have a little bit of the project info. Oh, look at this. This is kind of cool. Download project images. Let's see what that does. It takes you to a Dropbox. That's a lot. That's very generous. I don't usually see that. So that's kind of cool. Oops. Let's go back here. It's okay, Dropbox. I don't actually need the files. Okay. And then they have the fonts that they're using. So all of that stuff is like a really great way for you to learn. Let's look at another project here just really quickly, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's go to, I like this image. It kind of captivates me, so let's go to it. Oh, so it just reverts back to the view that it had before, kind of the grid. Beautiful. I love this color palette. Like color palettes like this, so good. So yeah, I'll study it. I'll look at the kind of imagery that they use, the kind of mock-ups that they use, how they're making their work come to life, and I'll try to replicate that in other forms. And I learn a lot through just looking at portfolios like this. Cool. I started strong. I think I started strong. What do you think? Did you like it? Let me know. All right, let's go to the next one, Sagmeister and Walsh. This is an oldie, and they're actually not running their agency anymore. So Sagmeister, Stefan Sagmeister, I hope I pronounced that correctly. He is an OG designer, and he paired up with Jessica Walsh, and they started this company, Sagmeister and Walsh, and it was like the coolest thing. They were so dope. Like, you know, if you know Sagmeister, like he's known for like these really great and unusual pairings, and he does a lot of like art installations and things like that. Very dope. And Jessica just is really great with color. I thought I saw a photo of them together here. Maybe not. Let me see. Search. No, I thought it was on here. All right, it's all good. If you're not familiar, oh, here they go. That's them. So they actually took a lot of their work out of here. but I wanted to show you guys the portfolio because I actually really like their website. So I like just the black and white. I love the fonts. I love that the logo is on the opposite end. Usually the logos, you find them on the left. So little things like that. I love this big ampersand down here. And they used to have like a Q&A section on here where they would answer questions for designers and things like that. So I just like all of this stuff. Like, look at the arrows, the design of the arrows. I just pay attention to all those little details, and this has been a website that I've actually really enjoyed. Let's go to some of the work because the work is actually really good and they're incredible. So this is some of the, what is this for? Let me see, project info. Look how nice they did this. So this is a multimedia exhibition. SiteMeister does a lot of those. And so you just kind of see how graphic design can even evolve into installation and environment design. And that's all really cool, I think. It helps me in my design. It helps increase the scale and the scope of the design that I do. And so I tend to value and look at installation work through graphic design, or graphic design through installation. Cool. Let's move on. The next one, I don't know how to pronounce this. So Dutchy and Japanese, I don't know. Give me your best shot in the comment. Okay. I like this website. I like the color use. I think it's incredible. Their portfolio is pretty traditional with the whole grid kind of masonry thing. They've got their so their animation, they show you the portfolio, and then when you hover over it, it tells you the type of work that they did. So Rock Nation, that was the client. They did branding and typography. So let's click on it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So it scrolls left and right, which is unusual. Why does my light always turn off? Okay, let's just keep it moving. It's all good. All right, so they designed this custom typeface. This is really nice. And they show you in just very basic imagery the typeface. I think if you click here, yeah, I saw the little grid down here. Let me go back. You see how it builds? All of that stuff is so cool. So you can actually click on there and you get a sense of all of the images, okay? So this is a really great portfolio. Oh, it just went back. So I went from the home page to now the work page. Look at this. When you hover over the logo, how it just changes the background. All of that stuff is really great, like design. Like somebody made an intentional decision and then they coded it into the website. I love that stuff. It's so cool. And so I love all their work. You can see that they have a really great scope of work. They have a collaboration tab, which is unusual. I guess they've done work for, or they've actually built products in collaboration with other people, which is really nice. So it goes to show that they just don't do graphic design. That gives you ideas, for your business. Look at this object. That's another one that I don't see often. They made a poncho, which I'm kind of obsessed with ponchos. I tried making one for Vue in 2020, and it was really cool. But we ended up not fully printing it. We just got a sample. But this stuff is cool, and it just gives you ideas for what to do with your portfolio. All right, next up is Anagrama. They are based in Mexico, I believe. And my favorite thing about them is their use of their personal brand, their agency brand. I love the type, like even stuff like this. I keep saying I'm into like the data and I just like type. And I like it when type is like kind of bunched up and it looks like data. So I love this, even like their menu being integrated into kind of like this business card aspect of things is really cool. And they've got a sub menu down here, which is dope. I like it when you click on a portfolio piece, it's all very minimal. So if you're into more of like a minimal aesthetic and approach, this is a good resource for you. If you're the kind of designer that likes to talk about the process and the solution, here's another really great example for you. And this is really neat. So it has like a pin, like you can pin it, I guess. Yeah. And it's not using Pinterest logo, it's like using their website logo. So that's really cool. This is interactive. If you're a graphic designer, I like looking at the menus of portfolio websites because it gives you an idea of the kind of work that other people do, but it also shows you how you can kind of categorize your own work. So let's go into here. This is called the Anagrama Code Base. It's a platform designed and developed by our team that collects a variety of resources and tools to help us connect and make our process more simple in a remote working environment. So that's dope. So these guys made their own software to be able to operate as an agency. And then they showed you how they did it. That's so cool. If you notice, they got this little pop-up down here that asks you if you want to share it. So that's a neat way of doing it. Dude, how do I get to this website? Because this is dope. Let me see if I can. Maybe it's like just for them and we don't have access to it, but let me see. Anagrama Code Base. Nope, it's just for them. Okay. Well, that's dope. So Anagrama is another one of my favorite portfolios. Okay, let's go to Fantasy. Fantasy, what I like about them is that they are an agency that does like more tech kind of work. And I also like how they categorize their portfolio. So they call it verticals. You see it, verticals, and they also show you all their categories. So if I click on here, these are the verticals, their categories, ecosystems, which is freaking dope. And then they show you the clients that they do that for. Incredible. Operating systems, they work with Google and Polaroid. So it already kind of it starts showing you the scope of work that they do, the kind of client that they work with. And it starts showing you their scope. Okay, the website got a little, I can't move. No. All right, here we go. They do mobility, they do products. If you click here on all categories, you start seeing what they do. Like they do AI and voice. So I remember just being early in my career and agencies like this would help me understand the kind of work that I could do, what I could eventually get into, the scale of work that I could get into, the kind of skill sets I should have, you know. So like, for example, AI is like really big right now. This is the first portfolio that I see with AI integrated into their menu. And so they tell you what their propositions are for AI, and then they have a little case study. Let's go on here. Artificial intelligence inside music composition while unlocking human creativity. This is pretty cool. I guess they make music with AI, and so they just show you the work that they do, which is dope. I appreciate it. They've got Dribble, if you know Dribble. They've added it to their menu. This is their about. They use their colors, very black and white, with the pop of red. And so I just really value the work that they do and how they present it. It helps me, it challenges me as a graphic designer. So that's why I wanted to share Fantasy with you guys. Let's go to the next one, Mother Design. Okay. Mother is in New York, and I just love them again for their personal identity and branding. The fact that they call themselves Mother Design. And here's just a funny way, or not, it's not funny, just like the exploration, the application of their branding. So if you go to their menu, they have this thing called family, which is unusual because normally you call them team. And this is their team, except because they're called Mother, they put mothers of everyone on their team. So if you see, this lady is the proud mother of Annabelle Engels, and that's really fun. And so that's the photo of the person that actually works at the agency. So I just appreciate and I value that they have fun in their own branding. They also do really incredible work. They do a lot of bold work, which I like. Look at this type. Look how good it is. It's beautiful. And just they show you really great applications. So if you're starting out in your career, it gives you an idea. Like, let's say you made this logo. Well, it gives you an idea of where to apply it, you know? It gives you an idea of application. If you can use this in your pitch, and you can also use this, like, if you're just doing a portfolio for like a fake project because you're trying to learn, that just shows you how you can mock it up. And there's a lot of websites that you can find these days where you can get these kind of mock-ups. But notice the cohesiveness of just not the logo and what they're doing it for, Brooklyn, but all of the imagery ties. So the color palettes and everything is very integrated into the culture and the ecosystem of Brooklyn, which is also really fun. They've got really great color palettes. Look at these color palettes. They've got really great video. The playback of these videos is really good. Let's see who it is. Let me see. Right click. Vimeo. So where we go? Vimeo. Vimeo apparently is the guy we need to go to for our portfolios. Here's another one. This is Hort. They're in Berlin, it seems. I like these guys for their type use. They've got really strong type use, okay? Fun, funky, experimental. Like this one. It's dope. Look at that. Sick. If you are in art school, or if you went to art school, you might have taken a class called experimental typography. If so, reference Hort, because they've got really great just type on here. Look at that, guys. And that just itself, it's just a really great layout and a really great composition. So not only are you learning, not only are you getting inspired, but yeah, what you're learning and getting inspired, that's all that matters, right? Stupid. Okay, let's get to the next one, public library. This is one of my favorite portfolios. I identify with their kind of work. I tend to be a designer for my personal work that I like texture. I like things to be a little messy, a little very like a human touched it. And so some of their work does that. And I love it. Like, look at this texture. It's just beautiful. Like, it's just beautiful. Look at this. It's just, this is for an artist. So this is literally like, I think the vinyl cover. Look at this logo right here. Look at the use of type. Like, it's just, look at the texture. It's just too good. It's just too good. And it hypes me up. Oh, man. They've also got their own fonts. PL Grotesque. And it's like one of these tall, funky fonts. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can download it. And they do really great work. They have done work for Nike, the Grammys. Look at the Grammys. They did the Grammys, guys. Like, that's dope. Just cool. Just great use of imagery, visuals. Let's see what they're using for their video player. Apparently, I need to get on Vimeo. Vimeo. Okay, Vimeo is the way to go for a portfolio. So this is more like a branding showcase, and it shows you the application, not just for graphic design, but also for TV and media, broadcasts. And so if you're into that kind of work, a portfolio like this is going to help you. How do you translate something that is meant for graphic design and then put it on TV? So that's a really great exercise if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Next one up is Tobias Van Schneider. I think he's Swedish. This guy is incredible. He is a graphic designer, but he actually builds a lot of other products, and he integrates it into his portfolio. His website is really well done. This is menu. It loads really well, really quickly. This is who he is. Really great beard. Right off the bat, NASA just smack me with the NASA. All right, my guy. I've got some work to do. But it's just good. And it instantly, he shows you the kind of designer that he is, the caliber of design. So like, if you're trying to work with this guy, expect some cash money to be exchanged. You know, good design for beautiful work, or good design for I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is one of his products. It's called My Mind. So you can go on this website and explore it. He's like a deep thinker and he builds these incredible things. This is the other one. Semplice, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is like a portfolio. You can build custom portfolios. This is for creatives. And I think his website is built on this. So it's awesome. He incorporates his personal projects into his portfolio. But if you just keep going, you just start seeing the level of work that he does. And the different clients he's done work for. He used to work for Spotify, which is really dope. Let me see if I can get, here we go, Spotify. He did product design for Spotify and he shows you some of the work. But even just like this little, you saw how that kind of came in. All of those little details are really great things that you can incorporate into your website. Look at this. What is this? Oh, it just kind of goes in and out. That's cool. All right, let's keep going. Pentagram, second to last, Pentagram. This is one of the biggest agencies ever. And they do so much work. Their scope of work is like up there. Again, I like them, not just because of their the work that they do, which is really great, but also how they classify their work. It helped me a lot early on when I was trying to categorize and identify the kind of work that I wanted to do and the work that I was doing. And so if you go into type of client, you start seeing all of the different industries that they do work for. So I've stole this and I've applied it to my own work because sometimes I've done things, like I've done work for like a charger, like a portable charger, and I didn't know what industry that was part of. And so they helped me with that. So that would be like industrial, manufacturing, industrial. I've done work for a church and I'm not going to put church on my portfolio because I'm trying to be competitive in the industry. So then I do art and culture. So they've just helped me with language. And also, there goes my light. And also, they help classify the graphic design. So brand identity, signage, book design. So if you're a graphic designer and you're looking to niche down or you're looking to help label the kind of work that you do, this is a great place to start. Obviously, you can go on here and they've just got really beautiful work. Look at this. You get the kind of photography. These are the big guys, okay? So it just it helps create a standard for you of how you should present your work, the kind of photography that you should have in your work, good lighting, showing breadth of work. And this is easier said than done because I've done a coffee table book and just showing it on the portfolio by myself without a photographer and lighting and all that is freaking hard unless you're doing mock-ups. So it just goes to show the level of intentionality and craftsmanship to actually put the portfolio together, which is really, really, really nice. Okay, last one, and this is probably my favorite one right now. It is called Tux Creative House. And I'm just obsessed with this portfolio. Mostly just the presentation and the packaging of the work. It's just so good. Like, I just got here, it loaded quickly, and it showed me a video, a very fast paced, like a very like cultural kind of video that shows me who they are. And as a creative, this is really appealing to me because like I want to work there. That looks dope. That looks super fun. Then let's just look at this pop-up. I'm about to send this website to our developer at Boot Church and be like, my guy, how do we, because I didn't know this was possible. How is this? Let's take a look at where this is hosted. Let me see. Not hosted, but this little video. Let me see if I can find it. ARAP. That takes you to the website. And I guess it's beyond. Video. Here we go. Video. Vimeo, guys. It's Vimeo. All right. I love the color. It's just dope. So let's just close the little guy down here. Okay. Then it's telling me to scroll. So I'm just going to scroll and look at how that opens up. How that video now kind of just transitioned into this full width, full screen presentation. It gives you a little menu here. Plan, make, launch, and then, hold on. What is this? Wow, we build adaptive brand platforms. So they do, okay, so these are their offerings. Branding. So you saw the video on the back just stopped playing. Guys, I'm geeking out because all of that is a decision that is made. So that, okay, let me just, if I make this website, right? And then I sit there with a developer or other people, I gotta be like, guys, when you get to this point, this video needs to stop, okay? And then I need these things when I hover over the menu. I need this type to come up and do some encrypted animation thing. And then I need this video that has a loop. Like, that's intentionality. That's really great creative. And so I'm just obsessed with it. Advertising. You see how the type comes in? It's just too good. What happens when I click on make? Oh, so this is their process. They plan, they make, and then they launch. And then this is their actual offerings that you can hire for. That's really good language and framework for some of you graphic designers out there. I may steal it. We'll see. I may steal it. Although I have my creative process, I like the short words better. Plan, make, launch. So good. Okay, let's keep going here. What happens when I scroll? Oh, it just goes to the work. Okay. So here I can click on see project. And now it takes me to the project page. Really, just videos just all up in this thing. Really great photography, really great animation. You see how the color, it gets darker. So there's like a transitional, see how bright it is. And then there's like a multiplier effect or something on the back. And it just transitions. And it just starts showing you some of the actual application of the work. Now let's go to their menu. Their menu is so sick. Let me go somewhere where it's easier to see. See it here? You can go to work. And so when you go, normally when you go to an agency, their work is in the forefront. So that's what we just saw. Now when you actually click on the work and it takes you to the work page, sometimes they'll do this where they'll show you different presentations of it. And it's just dope. It's just cool. It inspires me because this is cool. And it's a different way of showing your portfolio. So you can actually do a list view. It tells you the name of the project. And it tells you the things that they did, like their offerings. So they did 3D and they did production. And so if you are a designer, again, this helps you categorize and label some of the work that you do and how to present it, especially if you're trying to get hired. Editorial view just goes straight into like a magazine layout, which is sick, and it has more copy. And then the grid view, which is a little bit more traditional, but even they broke apart the grid, so it's cooler than the freaking regular portfolio standard. Okay, this is the page that hypes me up in such a way that I have to like be really careful between I suck and I can't wait to make something as cool as this. That's kind of the tension that I'm in. They've got this culture page, which is like another way of saying about or team or who we are. But they said culture, and that's cool. You don't see that a lot in agency language. And again, just the visuals are just insane. They're big, they're bold. They've got a video here, again, showing you that loop that we saw in the beginning. And then they've got, this is like their news section, you know? And it's just really well done. Really great photography, really great use of type, really great use of layout. What happens when I make this responsive? Well, I got my text messages back there, so maybe not. Okay. And okay, it's just beautiful. And look at this. It doesn't even open up to a full page. It's just kind of hovering over where you were before, which is just too cool. And then if you actually click on their menu, then this is their menu. And again, it's like that big, bold, beautiful color. And they've got it in 2 languages. What happens when I go to French? All right, friends. Well, that's all I got for today. And I ended on a high, and I'm super hyped. I'm going to like print this and put it on my wall and be like, okay, this is what I'm aiming for today. I'm kidding. Maybe not, but you know, I'm just excited. Well, this is my first portfolio showcase, and I just showed you like 10 of my favorite portfolios. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you feel a little bit challenged because that's good. It's going to help you grow. And if you don't have a portfolio, I hope that you try it. Give it a shot. Open up a website. There's plenty of places out there that you can make easy websites on and just start showing your work. That's, I think, a huge part of the development process of a graphic designer is not only doing great work, but actually presenting it. And if you are trying to get clients and get work, then the way that you present that work is going to help you get more clients. So it's all very important to your ability to not just make beautiful things, but also be a really great business person. Okay, so I'll see you around. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you on the next Hazy Talk.